that. Nice, Cody. Nice.
That's right. Good morning.
Good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening. Depends on the time zone.
Or some good like early morning for those in Southeast Asia or Australia.
Yes.
That's right. Type in the chat if this is your first day joining us.
If you missed the first day and now you're joining us on day 2. Well, why don't we quickly go through just some housekeeping?
Yes, that's right.
For the challengers who are joining us the first day.
That's right. So if this is your first time joining us, you missed yesterday, don't worry about that. There will be the replays. For those in the Facebook group, the replay will only be up in the Facebook group for the duration of the event and then 48 hours after. For those in VIP, on the other hand, you will get access to the recording in your back office, in the Kajabi, into perpetuity. So you will be able to access that if you're VIP. So that's one of the benefits of being VIP. In addition, also, the assignments that were being posted, they were posted in the Facebook group, but they will also later be posted in the pre-training area. So support has given us the go-ahead and the green light on that.
All the worksheets, all of those will be in the Kajabi, in the pre-training area, so you can download those as well. So we post in Facebook group as well as in Kajabi.
That's right. And if you have any questions, you can always email support@danlok.com. Naturally, as smart entrepreneurs, you're going to be resourceful first. Don't be worrying if recordings are not up there instantaneously when the event is
2 minutes after the event.
That's right. Don't email.
It takes a little bit of time to render. It's a big file, and then they'll upload that.
That's right. They want to make it look good for you. They want to even chop it up, make it into segments for you, put thumbnails on it. So give them at least about 48 hours to get that in there. And emailing support 10 times does not make it go any faster.
Yes.
That was a kind request from support this morning.
Yes. Okay, so quick question. Let's do a quick recap from day 1.
Yes.
What are the 2 games that we play in life? Put in the chat. What are the 2 games that we play in life? And which is the game that we want to focus on? Which game we want to focus on? That's right. Money and, not fame, money and status. That's right.
Juliet
money and status.
Right.
Money and status. And what is the difference between social media following versus social capital? Put in the chat. What is the difference between social media following, just some fans, versus social capital? Let's see.
While they're typing it, Dan, by the way, I do notice that cameras are on.
Yes.
Those who are actually joining us, you guys are looking much better, cleaner. Sharp. You know, the framing of the camera is looking better. Yesterday, we also had another group that we were training, and we did maybe later on we'll touch on it if we notice some people don't have your cameras in place, but we'll cover that in a second. But just to have your cameras on, engage with Dan, because you know, when you are asking questions.
We'll do that training right now.
Let's do it now?
We'll do that training right now. So who wants a bonus training? Put up your hand. A little bonus tip.
Oh, come on, man. Kindergarten kids respond faster than that.
There you go. If not every hand is up, I'm not going to teach it. I want to see every hand is up. All right, good. So when you are on Zoom, any kind of webcam, especially when you're doing, as a business owner, when you're doing any kind of closing, right? When you're doing any kind of negotiating, your webcam, the positioning of it actually has a huge effect. Example, so when you're joining the class, looking at where you are now using the webcam, first of all, if your webcam is a little bit blurry, make sure it's clean. Make sure it's clean so they can see you, right? Because when it's very difficult to connect and engage and establish rapport with someone if it's blurry, number 1. Number 2, the angle of your camera. Example, if I see some smart challengers, if your camera is coming from here and shooting up, right? First of all, they see your nose. That is not very pleasant.
Actually, Dan, I just turned on my camera.
That's not very pleasant.
And I can do that.
Yeah, so do that. You see, so this is a bad example.
Find my camera.
Okay. If you can see Desmond's camera, you can see he's like this. You're talking down to someone. Okay. That is not how you establish rapport. Does that make sense? Right? Now, it's like, imagine if I'm talking, hey, Desmond. Do you talk to someone like that? You don't talk to someone like that.
I can see the boogers up your nose.
Right? Like, it's like, what the hell? Now, at the same time, if you can do it again, let's say if you do it very high, okay, very high, and it's looking down, like tilt a little bit. Okay, so if it's looking down like that, then you look like you are a child. That's not good either. Too high and too low. Now, what is the end? Let's go break it down again.
Yes.
Now, on the other hand, if you have your forehead cut off, that's not good either.
Oh, yeah, like this, yeah.
Right? Because they're not seeing your full face. your body language. Imagine this. Okay. Imagine this. If you are, when you're sitting, if I'm, can we mute that? I think there's someone.
Yep.
Yeah. So if you are sitting like this, can you imagine if you're having a meeting, you're sitting like this? What is that projecting to the prospects?
Oh yeah, we see people like this.
What is that? Put it in the chat. What does that project?
Okay.
Not engaged, disinterest.
Yeah.
So make sure you're sitting up and you're leaning forward. Do you see the difference from this to this?
Oh, well done, Mo.
Do you see the difference?
You picking it up.
Right? So it's little things, little body language like that. Oh, but does that affect closing ratio? You better believe it.
It does.
It absolutely affects closing ratio. So the position of your camera, how you do anything is how you do everything. Write this down. How you do anything is how you do everything.
Oh, well done, Jacob. See you picking it up.
So
Jacob,
from
tilt
here,
your camera down a bit. You have to put some books underneath it. Lift it up.
so if your desk is a little bit low, right? Put like some books and stuff, elevate it so it's eye level. I want to connect with other people. I want to connect with a prospect just like that. Now, for some, if your camera is too close, that's not good either. Because think about this, right? If I'm looking at someone, okay, so that's if looking at someone. Do you talk to them like this?
Oh, man.
Unless you want to try to kiss someone.
Right in my bubble, man.
But then why the hell you have a camera like this? You don't do that, right? It's that polite distance, not too far, not too close, not too low, not too high. Boom.
There you go.
Every closing call, everything that meeting that you do, you adjust, right? You present. Now, for some, of course, we were all working from home, most of us, right?
Yes.
In the background, in Zoom, there's a feature that you can use and actually create a little virtual background so that if you, let's say you are doing the meeting, you're closing, you're connecting with in your bedroom, let's say, okay? Don't show people's bed.
Yeah.
Right? Don't show people your bed and your background, the bathroom in the back. No, just do a little virtual background in Zoom. There's a feature, boom, and now you have something.
Yes.
Okay. One more tip. Light. You know have you ever seen those videos where they have like a very bright background in the background, and then you
like
all
a window?
Yes, right. Kind of like wash out. We call that in camera terms. And then you look like they can't see your face. It's like you're like dark, right? That's not good. You want, if like say in a room, if it's sunlight, you want the light to be coming from this way. Okay, always coming from here, not from behind you. You want to come in from here. Yes, that's right. That's right. Beautiful. Yeah.
So giving some good examples.
That's right.
Marcia,
That's right.
You're doing great. You know,
Yes.
even just in your pose, I know you're a
Yes.
little bit more casual look. Shan, if you guys look around and you look at Shan, the VIPs, he's got his white shirt and red tie on, and you look at his framing. It's
So
perfect there.
like Elaine, I can see you, right? Elaine, just lift the camera just a little more. Just a little bit. If you put something underneath or something like that. Now, for those of you who have desktop, get a little webcam from Amazon or something like 20, 30 bucks so you can adjust. Because a desktop, you can't do much. So get the camera so you position yourself right? And then just get a lamp or something, boom, in front of you. Now you've got the perfect set.
That's right.
Right?
You can even get those ring lights for like 20 bucks. But don't point it at you. It's too hot.
Yes.
Point it away and let it bounce off the wall.
That's
It will
right.
actually light up your room quite well.
And when I teach you to make video today, tomorrow, you will want some light on your face anyway, even you're doing selfie.
Yes.
It looks a lot better. That's why lighting, when you write this down, when it comes to making videos, lighting and audios are everything. Audio is absolutely critical when it comes to video. Your audience, they will be more forgiving when you have bad video quality. They are absolutely unforgiving when it comes to bad audio.
Yep.
They would not forgive. They would not watch. They
Over-
will not tolerate bad audio. Right?
Over 1,000 videos you've shot. You go into all the effort. You spend all that money to make this really
Audio.
nice video, edit it. But
Audio.
if the audio is off, oh man, like
Audio.
it tanks.
It's a very, very picky and they won't tolerate. Okay.
Yeah.
So a little tip.
Yeah. Jermaine, you're actually doing really good. I love the gold and black
Yes.
world behind you, but punch in a little bit more.
Punch
Bring
in a
your
little
camera a little bit closer if you can bring it closer to you.
And
Yeah.
if you see the too much of a gap from
can
that's
give
why
us
don't
the
do
red on the side,
vertical. If you have vertical, don't do vertical.
Yeah.
Right? Do horizontal. And you don't want to have this much space
Yes.
on top of you.
Milor looks
be-
good. Milor
Yes.
he's good.
Everybody's looking better. Okay.
Yeah, way
was
better.
was that helpful? Put in the chat. Everybody's looking better. I like that. You see? right?
We want you to be very professional. These are the small, subtle things that
Everything.
people will judge you when they get on a call
They will.
with you,
They will.
right?
They will.
Anthony
they won't.
looks
They
good.
won't. They
Yeah.
won't say they will, but they will.
Yeah. Aaron looks good. Anthony
will.
looks good. Derek, not too bad. Maybe
Nice.
punch it a bit
Everybody's
more.
looking
Yep.
better. I love that. Justin
way-
looks good.
way
Vincent
better.
looks good.
Yep.
Awesome.
Um,
Jay looks good. Good.
and some
good.
of you might have double screens. You might have a camera on this screen,
Yes.
and so
Ah,
be aware of that.
Yes,
right?
yes, yes. If you have that, don't be having meetings like that. Again, if we have meetings, I'm closing. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna give Desmond just my.
I'm the camera looking this
Yeah,
way,
like,
but you're looking at the screen
I'm
this way.
just not gonna do that. Just think about if it's a real person in front of you.
Yes.
Would you talk to them that way?
Yeah.
Would you use your body language that way? You wouldn't.
Yeah.
Right. And it's the same thing. We never get a second chance to make a first impression. Like all these little tips when it comes to making video and content, it's very, very key.
Mhm.
Right.
Bowl's looking good as well too. So those are the VIPs. You can scan around, look at your fellow smart entrepreneurs, right? And we're not critiquing each other here, but help each other out,
Yes.
right? It's about collaborations. We talked about collaborations yesterday.
Yes.
It's about collaborating with each other, support each other.
And when we are learning, write this down. One thing I notice for entrepreneurs who are successful, one of the things that they have in common is most of the time they have a lot of enthusiasm because it takes a lot of energy to build a business. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah.
It takes a lot of energy and effort and stamina. So in learning, this is something that Tony Robbins talks about called state management. State management means that if you want to master your life, you need to master your state, your emotions. And the quickest way to shift your state is your physiology and your body. Let me give you an example. If you think back in the school days, when you go to school, remember listening to a boring professor,
Lectures.
and you're like this,
Yeah.
and you're like taking,
Or like even like
you're
lying down the
this,
table,
you're
yeah.
taking this, right? So guess what? When you're learning in this kind of state, when you want to go and implement, you're gonna be like this. Oh yeah, I'm excited. I'm motivated. I'm looking forward to implement. No, hell no, right? You don't do that. So when you're learning, put yourself in a peak state when you're learning so you are focused. If you're not focused when you're learning, when you execute, you're not going to focus, period. How you do anything is how you do everything. All those habits and behaviors transfer, right? So when you're learning, guess what? If I sit, can you imagine if I'm your mentor, your teacher, I sit here like this. Yeah, I'm going to talk about day 2 and we're going to talk marketing and yeah, it's going to be good. I promise you that. It's going to be awesome.
Or you're eating a pizza,
You'll be tuning out. You'll be like not paying attention. Me, it's here. You don't see it. Let me just quickly show. When here, the entire challenge, I'm sitting on the edge of my seat. I don't sit all the way back like this.
Yep.
Because this is very easy to get too laid back and lazy. So I'm sitting only half on my chair, my feet planting to the ground as I am presenting. I am like this for 3-4 hours.
Actually, this is something an important lesson. See, for you,
3-4 hours.
right? Before TV interviews, because you've been on so many of them.
This is
Like
media training, by the way.
Bar stool.
This is media
Yeah.
training.
You're like
You
on
notice
stage.
professional TV hosts, they sit on the edge of the chair.
Yeah.
They don't sit like that. They sit the sofa, half, just the butt on the seat on the side. This is all media training, right? Because it looks on TV, by the way, if you think you are normal, you're slouching on TV. If you think you're normal, on TV, you look like this. You're slouching. So on TV, you actually have to exaggerate, amplify more, and then on TV, you look like normal.
Yeah.
Right. So when I tell you I am 2 feet planting to the ground, you this like look at this. This looks normal to you, right? This looks normal to you. Yes. Okay, do you want to see the side? On the side, I am like this.
Back is straight.
I
know a
am
lot of
like
ladies, they have, like
this
a straight back
for 3-4 hours.
S-curve.
This. If normal would be this. This is not normal, but on camera, just enough. This you're presenting from a position of power, right? That's why your feet is. If my feet is dangling, then my feet's dangling, be like this. I'll be dangling like that. Then I'll be shaking like that. No, you want to be, boom. boom, and you're presenting, you're doing presentation, you're doing webinar like this. Okay? If I just put some money in your pocket, put up your hand. This is all communication 101. This is body language 101. All these little things makes a difference. People don't talk about it. Oh, just whatever camera, whatever light. Why would you do that? This is why I challenge you to dress properly, right? When in a business meeting, when it's very easy. Oh, I'm at home, I'm in my t-shirt, apologize. You start the meeting with, I apologize. They should apologize how bad they look. You're like, I look fine, right? You want to start from a place of strength, right? A place of strong posture, and you go from there. Anything that you're selling, closing, negotiating, doesn't matter what it is, right? Make sense? Put a chat, give me a thumbs up.
Remy, we can see you still.
High energy,
That's
state
it, Remy. Come
management,
on.
whole time, right? So help me out, kind of hold each other accountable. You notice and see anything, we're gonna hold you accountable. If I see living like this,
Yeah, Remy.
we're gonna call you out. If it's living like this,
Don't need
we're
that
gonna
elbow,
call you
man.
out.
Don't need that elbow.
Right? I'm gonna be like, okay, all right, let's do this. So back straight,
Back straight.
back straight.
Come on, Remy. Get
Okay,
that
chin
blue
up,
shirt
chin
closer.
up, chin up, back straight. Good. You ready? Put in the chat. Are you ready?
Yes.
Give me ready? Good. Okay. Day 2, we're gonna talk about marketing. We're gonna talk about content. I saw some of the questions yesterday. So we're gonna talk about how to create unlimited traffic, how to create, distribute, and monetize your content without it taking over your life. One of the biggest challenges you will have, because now, what kind of company, what kind of business are we in? Put in the chat. Put in the chat, what kind of business are we in? Media.
Nice.
So we are kind of juggling with both, right? We're running the media business that sells whatever product and services that we are selling. So how do we balance both? That I'm able to do the media, right, thing, the media side of the business, without sacrificing, like not neglecting my family and all these things. And I don't want to become like all my time sucked into social media and all that stuff, right? So would it be helpful if I give you some strategies today on how to do this efficiently? Yes? Put up your hand. How to do it efficiently without taking over your life. And it doesn't have to. And I'll kind of, again, take you behind the scenes, sharing with you how we do it. How we do it. By the way, this video right now, we're doing a training. Behind this, there's a camera here. There's a camera there. While we are filming this challenge, my team is capturing a lot of the clips, the entire thing. So some of these clips I could turn into a 30-second, 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute clip that if I want to use for Instagram or Facebook or YouTube, a glimpse of what we do. And if I want to, they can see, oh, this is what see the brand, Smart Challenge, right? So then for other business owners, if they see that 2 minute, 1 minute, 30-second clip, if they want to learn more, they could also join the next Smart Challenge for next year, right? Everything that you do, you can repurpose. They could take a few things of what I say, and then they can turn it into a blog post. That is repurposing. I'm going to teach you all of that. Who is excited? Put in the chat. Who is excited? Awesome. All right. So what's the game plan for today? We are going to talk about how to use the ladder of profits to dominate your industry and effectively become the go-to authority of your particular product or service. We're going to talk about how to educate your clients so that they want to do business with you. And I'm going to share with them my secret to this incredibly powerful technique. Very simple technique. How do you educate so that when they want to do business with you, right, they're already pre-interested and pre-motivated. We're also going to talk about how to leverage your content through repurposing. So you don't need to create new stuff all the time, right? How to do one thing, it's like one stone, multiple birds. We want to do that. I'm going to share with you what we did actually to get to 7 million followers. It's more than that now on social media with across the board over 1.7 billion views, paid, organic included. I want you to imagine that for a second. 1.7 billion views. Now, when you have a lot of followers on social media, and I share this with all the entrepreneurs that I know. Imagine this for a second. If you have, let's say, 1 million followers, is it possible that 1 million people, they all like you? No. 1 million people, there's no way who people consume your content. So is it fair to say, is it possible to say, let's say 10% of them don't like you? Out of 1 million people, 10% not liking you. Is it possible maybe 20% not liking you?
Heck, you can even have 49% not liking
No,
you.
you might
Still be
have
a president.
half the country not liking you. You're president of a country. That's how this works. Okay, seriously. So let's say 10% of people. So think about this. I want to teach you this. If you have 1 million people, you have 10% of people not liking you. That's 100,000 people. Now think about a stadium.
Yep.
A massive stadium, maybe 30, 40. Just take a picture there. A whole stadium
Like
of
a
people,
Super Bowl kind of thing.
30, 40,
Soccer.
50, 60,000 people. That is still not 100,000 people. 100,000 people is a lot of people. So when you think to put that in context, 100,000 people not liking you, even you have 900,000 people who like you, they follow you, they like your message, they like your story, they like your content. 100,000 people is a lot of people.
That's a lot.
Okay, just put that in context. So when you have that kind of number, when you have reach, naturally, what we talked about yesterday, status and money, you are going to get people not liking you, and you're going to get people who hate you, actually, for no reasons at all. Because if your content, write this down, is effective, you are going to provoke emotions. So I always say this when it comes to marketing. If you're not offending somebody, you're not marketing aggressively enough. Write this down. If you're not offending somebody, you're not marketing aggressively enough. If everybody loves you, if everybody likes you, you're not getting some heat, you're not getting some hate comment and hate emails, I'm telling you, you're not marketing aggressively enough. Okay, now, for gentlemen, not as bad. For ladies, I know this is a little bit like, why they hate me? Like when you get that first couple hate email, it would bother you. It bothered me. You will not be able to sleep. You're like thinking about it and you want to explain and you try to win them over. Don't waste your time. It would happen, and it's just all part of it. We cannot win over everybody. Can we agree on that?
They will do stupid things.
We cannot win over everybody. Oh, I mean, I've seen there's stupid things that I see you would not even believe.
Fake accounts. They will make fake, like you will want to justify because they'll tell lies about you.
Yeah.
They will twist your words. They'll take something that you might have said in a recording and, repurpose just only a little bit and spin it in a different way. I've had emails where it's creepy. The person already
and that's Desmond.
Hacking. Yeah.
That's just
not even
Desmond.
that. Hacking my IP address, email. Hey, loser, how are you liking this video? Hey, I can see this is your IP address. This is your address at home, isn't it? I know you got kids. Like shit like that will come out. It's freaky, right? And you'll want to defend yourself. You'll want to come out. You really, and it will bug you. Like Dan says, it will bug you. But you got to have high EQ.
It bugged me.
You got to have very
It bugged
high
me too.
EQ.
Yes. So part of your EQ, I want to prepare you as you grow your brand, as you grow a social media following. That's part of the game. They're just part of the game. So the best way is to, let's take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. Exhale. Ignore them. Just ignore them. Don't pay any attention. Don't give it any thought. Just completely ignore. You focus on your mission. You focus on your business. You focus on what you do. Mind your own business. Ignore all of that because none of that really matters. Should you report the haters, Jacob?
Yeah. So, well, we definitely do, right? It's an ongoing thing. It's a little bit of a pain in the ass to do, but you have to just keep doing it. So eventually, as you get bigger and bigger, you can have systems. We have wonderful, amazing, loyal supporters, community members, people that always do the right thing, and they help us out there, the eyes and ears out there, and they support us. They do the reports for us.
Yes.
And you yourself, you're probably the strongest voice when you have to, so for me, it's just more of a routine. No different than maybe say every Sunday I do my laundry. Every Sunday I just check for these things and I'll just put in a report. It just becomes like just an automatic thing. I don't even think about it.
Routine.
Yeah.
Yes. So knowing as we grow, we're going to get some haters. Okay. And the bigger you are, the more haters you have. And the more successful you are, the more the stronger the hate.
Yeah.
Right? Because human beings, most people, right, their awareness is very low the emotions is a lot of jealousy, a lot of enviness, right? It's like you build something great, they want to pull you down, right? How many of you have people in your life, they're like energy drainers, they kind of drag you down, they're a little bit negative, right? That when you're doing good, they want to give you some negative energy, negative input, and kind of just like pull you back down to where they are. The story I tell all the time is the bucket of crabs, right? One day, a young boy walking, and he sees this fisherman, and he sees this fisherman was catching these crabs and would put them in the buckets. And the young boy is like, "Oh, how come you don't put a lid over the buckets?" And the fisherman was like, "Well, I don't need to do that. You know, if I only have one crab in the bucket, that crab could easily crawl out. But when I have a bunch of crabs in the bucket, the minute one crab tries to crop out, the other crab would pull that crab right back to where that crab was." This is the crab mentality. And this is the people around you. This is why your circle, who you surround yourself with, is so critical as a business owner. If you want to be a business owner who's running a 7-figure business, guess what? You got to hang out with people who are running 7-figure business.
Who pull you up, not pull you
Who
down.
will uplift you, not drag you down. You don't want to be like, not to put, BNI down or anything. BNI which is a referral network, right? You were in it. Share a little bit of your experience, because I think that's
so
useful.
we're even Dan knows Dr. Evan Meisner very well.
I've interviewed him.
He's amazing. Really genius, smart guy. Done amazing things in the world. And BNI has supported a lot of local businesses, and it will continue to do that. It's a great network. But on the other hand, though, this is my personal opinion only. Okay, what I observed. I'm not, and so what I've observed is that not all business owners are created equal. Some are destined. That's what they want. They just want to remain relatively small. I think BNI, personal opinion, is beneficial for businesses that are under $1 million. When you are local, solopreneur, tradesman, you like the whole referral network and you depend on that, fair enough. But it's not one of those things that you can relatively scale. And if you are ever, this is a concept that I know Dan will teach you guys during the Smart Challenge, is to build a business that even if you never want to sell, you possibly could sell. It actually has equity, it has value. Private equity owners, venture capitalists may want to come and actually buy your business. Even if you never want to sell it, build it as if, right?
And you will build a better business.
What I found in BNI is most of the business owners there, they just own a job. They come in there, it's very cliquey, they're very protective. It's like, oh, this is my seat, I'm the chartered accountant here, or I'm the the business consultant here.
Which game are they playing? Money game or status? That is still a form of status game.
Yeah.
Do you see that?
Yeah. They do good things. You can see the numbers. Oh yeah, we referred $80,000 in value, and so your membership, all phenomenal. It's good entry level. If you're just getting started and I would recommend attend a couple of BNIs, but eventually you'll find a diminishing returns. The amount of time and effort you put into it, some of you need that discipline to wake up early and be on those Zooms or be live in person and learn how to network and communicate with people. That's all fantastic. But if you want to go over $1 million, then BNI probably will at some point not be worth your effort and time. That's just my personal opinion.
Yes.
Yeah.
So who you surround yourself with. So I want you to think about in your notes, okay? Let me give you, let's say 30 seconds. I want you to put down the top 5 names, the 5 people you spend the most time with right now in your life, including your kids, including your spouse, including your parents, the 5 people you spend the most amount of time with. Put that in front of you. Give me 5 names. Put it in front of you.
So I'll wrap this up. If you are in a town, city, somewhere in the world that has a BNI chapter, and you are spending time with friends at bars and pubs and some hobbies, and well, it will definitely be a step up if you join BNI or Toastmasters, something where you surround yourself with other people. But if you are already,
unless they're business oriented.
That's right. If you're already over the 100,000, 250,000, and you are on a trajectory to get to $1 million
or more,
I even think like low bar of entry, $1 million. Right, you're middle class. If you're $1 million, then I would plan your exit of BNI. Don't plan to stay there for a very long time.
So think about the 5 people that you spend. You got that? 5 people, right? Think about the people you spend. That's you. You are your circle, right? You are your circle. So look at the five people that you spend the most time with. That would be your income would be roughly the same as them. Your accomplishment would be the same as very, very close as them. You can't help as a human being. If you study quantum physics, everything is energy. We cannot help but be influenced by the people around us. Doesn't matter what we say. Oh, I'm not influenced by them. They're just my high school buddies. No, we are. We cannot help. It's how we are designed. It's how we work, right? So then who you surround yourself with. So what I do personally, would you like to know what I do personally? Right? This is where I'm at. This is where I want to go. I would upgrade my circle so it pulls me towards where I want to go. Right now, what most you guys are doing is you are fighting, you're pushing. Let me get out. No, I don't want to push. I want to be pulled towards that. And the best way is I change my circle. I change my circle would lift me up. I'll share a quick story with you. When I was in my 20s, my mentor, Alan, had a little mastermind group. Okay. At the time, I was just a young guy. I was already making six-figure income, very young, still kind of new in my career, right? As a consultant, as a copywriter, doing some business. And Alan had this little group, and he was kind enough to invite me to kind of tag along as his like kind of, right hand, because I was no one qualified. It's just 5, 6 of his friends, all millionaires, all way older than me. So I would tag along, and they would get together like once a month and to talk business and how it works. Now, at first, when I went to these meetings as a young guy, it's like I felt totally out of place because, wow, all they're millionaires, very successful. I'm just a young guy, I'm getting started. So I was very, very quiet. I didn't say anything. Now, if you were me, put in a chat, right? In that environment, as a young person without a lot of experience, how would you feel if you were me back then, right? In an environment where you have very successful people and they're talking business. I don't really understand most of what they're talking about, right? Humble, uncomfortable. Yes, it was curious, it would be shy, right? All these things, a lot of emotions I was experiencing. And I'm like, wow, like I was thinking about at the time, well, how do I get one more client, right? How do I get that? And they're talking about something completely different level. I could not even relate, right? They're talking about, oh yeah, I saw that piece of property. I'm gonna buy that building in Burnaby. Like this, I'm like what? Like what? Like I'm trying to get a $2,000 client. Like what the hell, right? Like it's just, but then after a while, something magical happens. Something magical happens. As I go back to these meetings, right? As I'm listening, okay, I'm getting this. I could see they speak a very different language compared to the people I know. They have, you could say their vocabularies of success and vocabularies of wealth, right? They talk about money, they talk about finance, they talk about leadership, they talk about different things that the people, I was a young kid, like my circle was like, I was already doing pretty good in my circle, like 6-figure, right? Compared to like all my friends, right? Same age. So suddenly I realized, okay, this is sinking in. And then as time goes on, after I go back again and again, I had an aha moment. The aha moment was this. They are actually not 10 times smarter than me. They make 10 times, 20 times, 30 times more money than me, but they're not 10 times smarter. I could see, you know what? They're just people, normal people. They make mistakes. They fuck up just like I do. And there's some stuff they don't know, right? And the minute I had that belief, it changed for me. You know what? I could do that. Write this down. This is what you need to believe in. I could do that. There's nothing that they could do that I cannot do. It's nothing they know that I cannot learn. I could read the same book. I could go learn the same thing. I could execute. I believe I could outwork and outperform. And I did. And from there, They just uplift me because they are also coming from a place of generosity, helping me, they're guiding me. And I was the young guy. They could see like ambitious, eager. They're just helping me, right? Coaching me, going through that. Before you know it, I'm catching up. I'm catching up. Income, revenue. I'm catching up. I'm catching up. And before you know it, they're millionaires and I'm a millionaire. Instead of pushing my way to that status, I have them help me, uplift me to that status. And now, looking back, that circle, right? Now they are small business owners to me. Not from an ego perspective, we're still friends. Of course, we're good friends. But I'm no longer in that circle because now that circle becomes too small a circle for me, right? Because I talk to them from time to time. Now they from what they do, because some of them have local businesses, certain things. I would have a global business, right? Right? They have 1, 2, 3 companies. We have a group. We have a portfolio.
Or they might have just maybe maximum gone national,
Right?
but not
It's a
global.
completely different thing, right? So now it's a different thing. We're still good friends, but they're very proud and they're very happy to see my growth, right? It's awesome. That's why I want to teach you. You are your circle. Show me your friends. I'll show you your future. Who you surround, especially as a business owner. So now guess who I surround myself with? Billionaires. That's who I want to talk to. That's who I want to mingle. Because I want them to pull me up. I want to talk to someone who's built a $1 billion company. I want their creativity, I want their genius to rub off on me, right? I want to get their insights. That's how I always do it. So in whatever area you find the best of the best, surround yourself with those people. And it's not a hustle thing. How many of you recognize that? It's being there, being present, and just
observe.
Just observe. Let it hit you. Just like, wow. Because you would have no concept when you're thinking about how to get more leads. Suddenly, when you're talking to someone building equity, have done an exit for 100 million, it changes you. Like, what? I'm trying to make 2K. You've done an exit for 100 million. What the fuck? What did you do? Tell me. Oh, he looks business this way. He builds his team this way. He chooses the industries this way. He was scaled this way. I never thought about that. Like, it doesn't even compute. Totally uncomfortable. But as I talk more and more and more and more, like, okay, it's different, right? It's different.
So Sifu,
Is this making sense? How important this is?
Yeah.
Right? That's the most valuable thing that you could do as a business owner.
I think, if you look at some of the strategies that we talked about yesterday, one of the most important things as well was the interview, the podcast.
Yeah.
And I've been very privileged to be in the initial days, I was the guy helping to coordinate it. And then I was also on, behind the scenes, behind the cameras. So I got to participate listening to those.
Oh, yes.
Right. And you should see like the amount of conversations that happens in the first 10 minutes or after the interview. Those are some of the most priceless tips. And then, of course, naturally, we went to masterminds. We joined, and when you're there, it makes you feel like you're the dumb guy in the room, the dumb gal in the room. You're the small fish in the big pond. Now, 2 things can happen. You can either, people with ego, they'll be like, oh, I know it all, right? Or you could sit there and be like, wow, man, I got so much more to do.
Yes.
I got so much more to learn. If I can just pick up one thing that's when you have lunch with them. That's when you exchange phone numbers with them. And the next time, so even just this morning, Dan sent me a message. This guy scaled a company from 300 million, 3 billion.
Yeah.
But he wants to learn about e-commerce. Sifu sends me a message, says, hey, Desmond, can you connect with this other guy? And this other gentleman, his name is Tanner, has scaled e-commerce companies to over 100 million. Okay. This guy is like the Russell Brunson, but in the e-com space. But I wouldn't have that contact with those individuals if we didn't associate in masterminds. And of course, I keep in touch with him. He's a 100 millionaire, but he's a father, he's got kids, and I still stay friends with him because he's part of my circle to learn about e-commerce. And when Sifu needs to make the introduction,
just this morning,
let's send a message.
Just this
SMS
morning.
message directly. Just said, hey, Tana, good morning. How you been? Want to talk to you about some e-commerce? Have another billionaire that want to introduce to you. Stuff like that, right? When your circle is like that. But how do you get to that? Go back to the interviews. Go back to making it part of your social media as you're building that up. Make it one of your pillars to interview, because that's going to open the door to the people that you surround yourself with.
Yes.
That's probably one of the best strategies we can give to you. If no matter what level of business you're at right now.
So in the beginning, right? If you're getting started, right? Maybe your first circle is, let me hang out with people who are doing six-figure. You're not going to get there overnight. Yes, right? If you're just getting started, you're brand new startup, hang around with people who are making six-figure. Once you hit that six-figure, let me hang around with people making seven figures. Right? You're seven-figure. Let me hang around with people who are making eight-figure. When eight-figure, hang around with people making nine-figure or 10-figure. Right? This is how it works for me as well.
Yes.
You cannot go from 0, 100K, and suddenly I want to hang out with people with billionaires. Chances are they wouldn't give you time.
Yeah.
Right? Because there's not much value you could provide to them at the moment yet. But later on, as you become more valuable in terms of contacts and network, more stuff you can bring value to the relationship, right? Not that they need anything from us, but you want to bring something to the relationship. And that's how you elevate your relationship. So if we are not very valuable as a contact, then it's very difficult to grow. So, and there are many, many different groups. Maybe in the beginning, you've got a few 100,000. BNI is perfectly fine, right?
Yes.
Those are perfectly fine. Local businesses, Chamber of Commerce,
Yes.
right? That's fine. As you get a little bit more successful, maybe entrepreneur organization, right?
Yes.
EO, which you do $1 million a year, you can join EO, right? Or when you do more than, I think, 15 million a year, then it's like YPO, Young Person Organization, which both I'm a member of, right? So you grow to a different stage, depends, right? But in the beginning, you got to hang around. So for now, think about this is the circle. You got to hang around one layer out, right? What is the next level of people I need to hang around with? Write this down. The next level, right? And then when you get to that, what's the next level of people I need to hang around with? Here's what you don't want. You don't want to be the smartest guy or girl in the room. You don't want to come in and say you're the big fish. If you're the big fish in your circle, it's the wrong lake. It's a wrong ocean. Okay. Actually, it's just a little pool. If you're the big fish in your little, you got to go out there and see the ocean. You want to be a tiny little fish in this, like, wow, look at what they have done, right? You should feel uncomfortable, and in some way, it feels a little like a beginner. Like there's a lot of stuff I don't know. Like you're here to learn. You're here to learn. That's right. If you're the smartest guy in the room, you got to leave the room. You shouldn't be. That's not how you grow. In my circle, I am the least successful, and I'm the least experienced. I like that, right? And when I'm teaching, of course, right? I am the one that's with more experience. But in my circle, I'm not, right?
Julieta, I think you asked about how we're in a pandemic. I was talking about the interviews, right? That's how you do it, one person at a time. And there are different groups you can join. If you go on LinkedIn, there was even there's a system that we use, EOS, that we've used before in the past, right? Entrepreneur Operating System. And even in there's a group on integrators that, and I joined one of those groups, and the organizer was doing live Zoom events, group Zoom events. So I just go there to associate
everywhere.
and be around other integrators and be around other people that, integrators and you see the visionaries, and I'm watching the way they communicate. Some guys, the visionaries, got certain patterns and what they need. Integrators, certain type of personality and what they do. Yeah, just find it. If you actually start thinking about it, like if you like a car, if you like a BMW or you like a Porsche or you like a, I don't know, whatever, a Ford, you start seeing it everywhere. If you like a Tesla, you start seeing it everywhere. So if you start thinking about how do I improve my circles,
looking for your circle, right? A new
you will
circle.
find it.
You'll find it. You don't look, the circle's not going to come to you, just so you know.
Yeah. If you're so caught up in your business every day, you wake up every day and you're busy and all you think about is reactionary. All you think about is, oh, my list for today, my schedule for today. You get so stuck in your business.
If you spend as much time, write this down, working on the who, not just the what, you will be way more successful. Successful entrepreneurs work on the who, not just the what. The who comes in two parts, who you know and who you are. Who you know in your circle, your network, who you are, your brand, your positioning, your social capital, not just doing the what, doing the task, doing the grind. We're not talking about that. Think about how much time you currently, think about your task you spend on doing the what versus working on the who. Think about the percentage. struggling entrepreneurs, they spend all their time working on the what. They spend no time working on the who. They say, I don't have time. No wonder they don't have time. They spend all the time working on the what, not the who. I spend most of my time working on the who. Who do I need to know? Who do I need to contact? Who do I need to reach out? Who do I need to be? And then sometime working on the what. It's priority. Does that make sense? Put in the chat if that makes sense. Yes. Is that sinking in?
Good.
Good.
Thumbs up. Yes.
We're also going to talk about why you should get serious about content automation. We're going to talk about content automation, how to use technology to automate your content, how you can do it actually very cost effectively without building this massive team. Who likes that idea? We can do it this cost effectively when you're getting started. You don't need to hire this person and this person, this person. You don't need to do any of that. Right? I'm going to share some resources with you that you could do that as well, some websites that you could go to. And then I'm also going to share with you the 7 steps to multiply your reach and revenue without losing your mind. Because as you create content, different platforms, it's very easy to get overwhelmed. Right? I want to make sure that I give you a system that you could follow. Now, this is the same system that I have used in the beginning to multiply my reach. As we get bigger, now we have this whole media company and all these, production team and all these divisions. Now we're at a different level. However, as Desmond shared with you, in the beginning, it was just him. It's one camera, very, very humble beginning. It was just that. It started off with that. Yeah. We didn't have this overnight. This is actually just recently.
Yeah. It was I'll tell you what camera. It was a Canon T6i. And it was a cable lavalier that was, I don't know, $25 on Amazon.
Yeah, that was it.
And I brought my soft boxes, the lights, which I was using before.
It was a couple $100 or something.
Yeah, a couple $100. Yeah.
Yes. Put in the chat, is that doable for you? Couple light, buy a little camera, maybe selfie, iPhone, boom. We're in business. Let's start off with that. Don't let the fancy equipment and all those things, don't let that stop you. It's nothing to do with that. Get started first. Hone your skill, right? Get it going and get it started. It's doable. So let's take a look at social media, social capital, and the whole different types, spectrum of the platforms, okay? I want you to think about back in the days, we have birthday cards, we have photo album, we have social gathering, and now instead of having the photo album, you send a photo to grandma. What do we use? We use Facebook. Facebook has replaced birthday card. Put in a chat. Okay, I'm curious to see. Yeah. When was the last time you actually physically buy a birthday card, write it, put a stamp on it, and send it out? I want to see. Wow. 20 years ago, 3 months ago. That's nice, Bo. Yes. Never. Can't remember. Now someone's like, what is a birthday card?
I know. That's some of you. That's your personality.
Yeah. What is that? What is that?
Cold-hearted, man. Like,
what is that? Right.
Okay.
Let's see. Can't remember.
Yeah.
Never tried. Just things like don't even know. Yeah. I thought birthday cards always electronic, right? Now, what do we do with the birthday? What do? We go on Facebook.
Yes. Happy
birthday, right? We type who does that? You type a little message in Facebook.
Actually, now these days, man, on your birthday, social media is a
boom,
killer.
It blows up.
Yeah,
right?
you can't do anything. It's like all the messages come in.
So and photo. What about photo album? Right? When was the last time you actually print out photos? Right? Maybe you go to Walmart or something, you print out photos, you go to there and you kind of put it in a photo album. When was the last time you did something like this?
It's been a long time.
4 years ago. Last month, nice. I like that.
I think about 4 years ago.
Yeah,
Costco. We used to go to Costco.
It's nice, and I think it's a nice thing. I have a photo album myself for certain photos. I like that. Very long time ago, 10 years ago, Christmas last year. Okay, so you notice how social media is shifting and changing the way that we communicate and also the way that we remember something. Yes?
Yes.
Right? So Facebook becomes a very integral part of our life, has replaced birthday card, photo album, and social gathering, right? We hang out now on Facebook. We hang out in Facebook group, right? It changes. What else? Twitter. Twitter has replaced the gossip, news, and tablets. That's where we go to Twitter's for, right? That's where the short news, gossip, celebrity, what's happening.
Sometimes even traffic. I think if people
Right.
check their traffic, like what's going on.
Yes, right. It's quick. It's short.
Yeah, some accident.
Twitter. What else?
Yeah, politics. I think Twitter is definitely.
Blogs have replaced newspapers. Okay, again, put in the chat. When was the last time you bought newspaper and actually reading it, maybe enjoying your coffee, physical? Let's see. When was the last time you actually bought a newspaper? Put in the chat. 3 years ago, never. 1 year ago, 8 years ago, never. 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Bought newspaper yesterday. Jacob, awesome.
Where can you get newspaper?
Where are you going to get
Yeah,
it?
now these days, where do you get the newspaper?
But you can get it from grocery stores sometimes. You
Really?
can still,
No,
some
okay.
of them, yes. Let's see, years ago, before lockdown, got subscription. That's nice, nice. Good. So,
Asian markets always have it.
yeah, they do.
They do.
Asian market, the free newspaper.
Yeah,
they
but
do.
that's because the old people like to take the newspaper to do wrapping, other things with it.
It's true.
It's always the old grandmas like they're
It's true.
taking the
It's
free
true.
newspaper too.
Yes. So blogs, we go to certain blogs to read news, right? Go to the website from our iPhone, boom, that replaces that, right? So are you noticing something here? What are you noticing? What are you noticing? Put in the chat. How social media is impacting us.
Very fast.
Innovation, online, change, pivots,
Yep.
right? We're not done. There's
We're
still
not
more.
done, yeah.
TV.
Oh yeah.
TV is replaced by YouTube.
Yeah.
Or Netflix.
Netflix, yeah.
Or Amazon Prime.
Yep. Disney Network. Yeah.
Mhm. Actually, how many of you, when was the last time, again, I'm curious, you watched like cable television? Like actual, like channel. You're flipping through a channel. Okay. Netflix, good.
At a hotel, yeah.
20
When you
years
had no
ago,
choice, right?
never, yeah, only a hotel.
Yeah.
Hotel only, yes,
Yeah.
right? I can't stand it, yes,
Yeah.
right? So YouTube, Amazon Prime, Netflix has replaced TV.
Yeah, completely.
Because one of these things you notice about all these platforms is before it is the media company is telling us what to watch. Think about it. Okay? Before they're telling us, you like a newspaper, right? Here's what you watch. Here's what you read, right? TV, watch this show and watch these ads. But now we're like, you know what? If I'm not going to watch it, I'm not going to watch it. I'm going to skip. I'm going to choose. I want to binge watch something. I'm going to binge watch. I don't want to wait till this and that. And next week, I'm going to watch 5 episodes in a day. I'm going to binge watch it. So consumers, our customers and clients, we need to provide them content whenever, wherever, however they want to consume. It needs to be convenience for them, not just for us. You got it? It needs to be convenience for them on whatever device that they want, not whatever device that we want. If they want to watch our content on iPad, they could do this. If they want to watch it on TV, they could do that. They want to watch it from the iPhone, they could do that.
Easily searchable.
Yep.
Solve the problem that they're looking for or the interest
Yes,
that they're
Ivan,
interested
on
in.
demand. That's
Yeah.
correct. That's correct.
And you get to the point fairly quickly for them to keep them wanting to watch more.
Mhm.
All these things you got to think about.
Question, what is the theory of consumption again? Put in the chat, what is the theory of consumption? Quick test, I'm seeing if you
Yeah,
can
so he was
remember
paying
these
attention
things.
yesterday.
Yes,
Good, Jay. Well
very
done.
good.
Remy, good.
Good, Ivan, good. So,
Oh, no, there we go. It's Miller. Miller got it. Yeah, Aaron
Good.
got it. Good.
good,
Liam, good.
good. For every $1,000 you want them to spend with you, right? You got to consume, they got to consume at least 1 hour of your content. So YouTube replaces TV. And then your podcast replacing radio.
Yeah.
Right? Or iTunes replacing radio. So for you to listen to music, right? You're driving and things like that. Before we had to turn on the radio. I got to listen to some stupid host talking about stuff, and like I don't really care. They try to be funny. They're actually not funny, right? And then now, like, nah, I'm gonna screw all that. I'm gonna download the exact songs that I want in the order that I want. I'm gonna play them while I'm driving.
Yeah, Spotify, definitely.
Or if I want to listen to podcasts, something that would feed my mind, I'm gonna download the latest podcast shows, podcasts I subscribe to. I'm gonna hear the brightest minds whenever I want. I can pause, I can speed it up. If it's an Audible, if I'm downloading a book. You see the difference? The power has shifted from the seller to the buyer. Write this down. From the promoter to the consumer, because consumer now has the choice. If they don't want to consume your content, they don't like your stuff, they don't have to consume. So the old days of interruption marketing is dead. It is dead. You cannot scream and yell and say, do this, watch my stuff. They're not going to watch it. They're not going to watch it. In fact, do you have the ability in Facebook right now? You don't like someone, can you block them? Yes or no?
Yes.
On YouTube, if you like someone's channel, can you subscribe and say, I want more of that channel's content? Get notification. We have all the power as consumer. You can choose to invite content or block out content in your life. Now, this is very critical as an entrepreneur. You better make sure, we all better make sure we are the ones that people are inviting to consume more content, not blocking out. Why I said they cannot give you money unless they first give you their time. They will not give you the time unless they give you attention. You don't get the time, you will not get that sale because they block you out. They don't even see you. You're invisible to them. You got it? Yes, give me a thumbs up, you got it. Do you see the importance of that? That's the business we are in. Has nothing to do with the product and service. It has to do with attention. It has to do with consumers' behavior. We're in a different era now. And this only gets worse, by the way, for most business owners, not for us. For most business owners, it gets worse because it gets harder and harder to get attention, and they're not even paying attention to get attention. They're not paying attention to get attention. They're paying attention to doing the thing, right? Doing the thing. Don't do not the thing. It's the thing that sells the thing. It's not the thing. That's what we need to work on. And that's what this whole challenge is all about. So podcast replaces the radio. Resumes, business cards, LinkedIn has replaced that. When you apply for jobs, people want to check out your LinkedIn, right? Your background, your connections. Business card, you can still networking, physical, right? But now with COVID, when was the last time you handed out a business card? Put in a chat. Meet someone and say, here's a little business card, right? And what do most people do with business cards anyway? It's up in the trash can, right? It's like, it's just part of garbage. Now it's like, let's connect on LinkedIn, right? Let's connect on Facebook. Let's private message, right? If you're smart, you would get the cell phone and get the text, right? Or let's WeChat.
Yeah.
That's WhatsApp, right? That's how people connect. Has shift. Yes, shift across the board. Letter. Now we use WeChat or WhatsApp. Again, put in the chat, when was the last time you write out a physical letter? A physical, handwritten letter, and send it to someone, right? Last weekend, that's nice. I love that. I love that.
Oh, wow.
I love that. 15 years ago, 8 years ago, letter. Yes. Good. Jay, letter to yourself doesn't count. I'm talking like physical letter to, because that's one of the assignment that people gave you, right? Yeah. 10 years ago. Another question, when was the last time you sent out a text?
Probably like 1 minute ago.
When was the last time you sent out a text? 15 minutes yesterday, a few hours ago, this morning, as I'm typing this, 5 seconds ago.
Bo, 49 minutes ago.
That's very precise.
Yeah.
That's very precise.
Emerald, Bo.
Yeah, very precise. So all those instant messengers, all those replaced letters. Photo album, Instagram.
Ivan, sorry, Igor. Was it Igor? No, who did I see there? Igor, Ivan put SMS like some months ago. Ivan, we won't go into it right now, but as a business owner, I can tell you SMS, WhatsApp are some of the, especially for me also, I do a lot of business development and sales. It is one of the most powerful ways. And we talked a bit about it yesterday as well when Dan was talking about how he does a swap. If for you, you're not leveraging it and you're saying like some months ago, that should be a little bit of a red flag for you. You want to be able to communicate with people fast. I leverage probably the most is SMS and WhatsApp, not even email. I check my email maybe once, twice a day, but I'm checking my SMS, my WhatsApp, because I'm communicating with people internationally all around the world, like almost every hour I'm checking it. That's me personally, right? Because of the work I do. So, I highly encourage you, if you're not using it, use it. Because you can directly get to CEOs, you can directly get to, these big billionaires, these millionaires, the people you want to be around, SMS, WhatsApp.
Yeah, WhatsApp,
I will put in their phone number
WeChat.
in WhatsApp first and see if they even have it. It'll say, oh, they have a WhatsApp account. I send them a message.
And sometimes it's country specific.
Yep.
Depends on, in certain countries, as in China, right?
It's WeChat.
Yeah, WeChat, of course, is the biggest one. By the way, WeChat in China, it's not even just a chatting tool.
Yeah.
It's like,
Payment.
no,
everything.
it's like a little Amazon combined with shopping, combined with taxi, Uber, all in one. And Apple Wallet, like all in one with WeChat. People have no idea. In China, without WeChat, you can't even do anything because everything is just beep. It's actually far more advanced compared to US. If you have ever been to China, you would see it's actually far more advanced, right? They have this one app versus US is more fragmented.
Yeah.
It's different. China's only one,
One.
right? So I think in US also will be shifting more probably towards that.
Yeah.
Eventually it would be one thing that kind of everybody uses. That would be a massive company, obviously.
Maybe like Telegram
maybe
is
it could be an Amazon thing. It could be an
Yeah.
Amazon Play.
Maybe Amazon acquires WhatsApp and Telegram.
It could be an Amazon Play. It's possible, right? So we have the photo album with the Instagram, right? And then live TV is TikTok.
Yes.
Everybody's a reality TV star now, right?
Yeah.
Everybody can make these fun, short clips.
Yeah, YouTube has the short clips, Instagram TV, live TV, TikTok.
And then you have Instagram stories, obviously, right?
Yeah.
So all these platforms, you see how in, I would say less than 10 years, how we recognize in the last 10 years, the way that we receive messages, entertainment has shifted dramatically in the last 10 years, right? We don't think about it. It just kind of happens. But when I share this